you smell what the rock is cooking?
To it, boys. Today I want to talk to you guys about something that's been on my mind for a little bit. We're going to talk about the NBA playoffs and what you guys think of it. Is it rigged? Every year me and my friends go back and forth, and we always have this discussion on whether or not it's rigged or what's happening, because Golden State for the last 3 years, as we know, if you're following basketball, KD did the biggest punk move ever in the history of basketball. He went to a team with a 73-9 record. So the NBA has been kind of rigged in a sense in my mind, because not during the regular season is it rigged, I don't think, but I'm talking about once you get deep into the playoffs. You can see that these teams don't have what it takes. So I'm going to cover today's game, which was Game 3, Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors, who have their 5 starters are five future Hall of Famers. They have 5 guys that all qualify for the All-Star games, so that just lets you know the caliber of team that they have established. Never in the history of the NBA has anybody ever set up a team this good. Now, people have made the comparison and said that it's LeBron's fault. LeBron went to Miami. We can talk about that too. So let's get straight into it, boys. I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the bracket here. So the first thing you can see from the bracket is that really none of these teams have what it takes to beat Golden State Warriors. Now, the only team that might have a chance is the Houston Rockets. So if the Houston Rockets can't get the job done, the East Coast definitely doesn't have a chance, and neither does anybody else in the East. Now, I say that, and I also want to let you guys know I love basketball. I've been following basketball for quite a while now. I know if you look at the Bucks, the Bucks have a good team. The Celtics, they have a good team. The Sixers, debatable. I don't really like their team. The Raptors, good team. The Nuggets, good team. Trailblazers, a good team. The Rockets, a good team. The reason why I don't think anyone can keep up with Golden State is that Golden State just has too many perimeter shooters who can knock down a shot. They have too many good defenders. They have too many people that play both sides of the court. So when you compare somebody like LeBron James to a KD, last year, LeBron James carried the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, you heard me say that right. He carried them. So if you go back to those playoffs, LeBron James was dog shit tired, running back and forth, playing both sides of the court, trying to do everything he could to get those bunch of guys, I hate to say it, but those band of wounded ducks to the freaking playoffs, to the finals. And he did it. Now you take somebody like KD. KD just plays one position. He doesn't really have to stand out. If it's more of like the best guy, everyone can defend and everyone can attack the rim. So they attack and then they dish, and it's pretty simple basketball. Their team is so well stacked that no matter, they're getting like dunks throughout the game, like nonstop. And it's not because of sheer athleticism. It's because someone's driving to the rim, dishing it out to the next best player, and then they dish it out again, maybe for a 3-point play. And no one can keep up with that. No one has the physicality that Golden State has. No one has the knockdown shooters that they have. It is what it is. They're the Avengers of the NBA right now. Like I said, I love basketball. I watched the Portland game yesterday. If you guys watched that Portland game, it was the best. Portland and Nuggets yesterday went into 4 overtimes. CJ McCullough dropped 40-something points. Damian Lillard dropped almost like 30, like 27 points or so. Now, I say that because these guys are great shooters. They're doing what they can do, but I almost feel like Golden State throughout the playoffs are all joking around with all these teams, and then all of a sudden, it's like an Avengers thing. Like they're just messing around. All of a sudden, they just turn it up and they play for real, and then nobody really match their speed of basketball. I would like to leave this up to debate to you guys. I would love to hear what you guys think about this. Me and my friends are also always talking about, I always say Kevin Durant ruined the NBA for the last 3 years. He went to a team that has 73-9 record, which is completely different than what LeBron James did. LeBron went to Miami. Miami's record at the time wasn't even half of that. They probably won like 30 some odd games. And then the minute that LeBron leaves a team, like the minute LeBron left the Cavs, the minute LeBron left the Heat, the minute LeBron left the Cavs again, that team becomes a loser team. Like they only win. His impact is that big on a team because he was the whole team almost. So like if you look at LeBron's old teams, as soon as he leaves, they only win like 16 or 17 games the next year. Now, KD can leave Golden State this year, and I think he will. He'll probably go to LA or probably go to New York, which is good. It's about time. You know what I mean? The NBA should have never allowed this to happen. But the minute he leaves, you will see that Golden State will still be a contending team. It is what it is. Like they don't need him. They had the best record in the NBA without him. And then they added this guy like as if he was a gem to the little Thanos freaking Avengers hand thing. And here we are, you know, watching these bullshit games. And yeah, they make it competitive. I hate to compare it to like wrestling, but you know, there's some stuff that you could tell, like, you know, people aren't. During a certain point in the game, I think it was like second quarter, they got Steph Curry on the bench. They got all their heavy hitters on the bench, and they roll out the second unit for Golden State, like as if like, oh yeah, let's just take our time. You know, we could do this, we could win. And this is nothing new. They really have their benches deep. They remind me of like the Detroit Pistons back when they had Chauncey Billups, you know, Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, the Wallaces. Like they're a stacked roster from start to finish. Like their bench could start and probably be, you know, somewhat good, you know, so that's the thing. And as you can see from the video here, I've added some highlights from the game. I wanted you guys to go ahead and be able to enjoy that, see what I'm talking about. There's clear points where it's like they're not playing the same Golden State game that you'll see when it's closer to the finals, all right? You can mark my words down. You can come back to this video. You'll see that Golden State is kind of they don't have their foot on the gas this whole game. All right. For whatever reason, KD is a breakout. KD is a breakout star of this game. Sometimes he's the scapegoat during playoffs. I've seen it where he'll drop like 10, 15 points and he's quiet. And then at that moment, maybe Steph and Clay will start lighting everybody up with like nothing but threes. Now today, Draymond Green was like one of the heroes from the game. Draymond Green balled out. The other thing I thought that was weird was Clint Capella did an amazing like first two quarters, and all of a sudden I didn't really see Clint Capella in the second half. He did look tired. I will say that, like, if you're watching the game, Clint Capella does look tired. You know, I just want to know what you guys think. Do you think the NBA is rigged at this point? Like, leave some comments down below. I would love to get some feedback. We could start a debate here on the channel. And I would like, I just want to hear what you guys think. Is the NBA rigged? Do you think KD ruined the NBA for the last 3 years? Yes or no? And I mean, yeah, do you think Golden State's beatable at this point? So like I said, leave some comments down below, and I'll definitely get back to you. Thank you for staying tuned to the channel. Subscribe, and I'm out. All right, guys, gang gang.